guys, and welcome back to the Big Entrepreneurial Show. This is Backstage Business. We're well into the episode 170s now, aren't we, Chudlington? It's the Big Entrepreneurial Show. Let's go! So guys, we're back in Hertfordshire today, and I'll tell you why we're in Hertfordshire is because we've got our group coaching clients, haven't we, Chudlington? And we're going to be teaching them about super sales success, building the right team, the right culture for your business, and how that helps sales. And then we're going to be talking about systems, and also, Chuds, we're 10 days away from half year. We want to see if we've all got achieved what we wanted to achieve in the first 6 months of the year. And you're going to be in the room watching a little snippy snips. Let's go! So guys, I just wanted to quickly touch on that thing that I just said there about your first half year. And I think we do think, even if you're a tax year company, if your calendar year is how you're motivated, I think, what have you achieved in the first 6 months of the year? We think like that. You have your constant out of environment innovation days. And this is what this process does, our group coaching process for our clients. Because I think getting out of environment, out of your regular space to really think about how you're going to grow your business is absolutely crucial and essential. That's what this process does. And being around other people that are good at what they do. Chad's got something in my eye there, Chad. I'm just going to give that a little scratch back in the room. And I think that's what that process is, what we're going through here today. We're assessing where I've got our businesses into the first 6 months. They're assessing where they've got their businesses in the 6 months. And that process of conversation creates motivation to get things done. That's a good one, isn't it, Chad? Conversation provokes motivation. Conversation promotes motivation. And that's what the group coaching process does. But I'm going to tell them where I'm at. They're going to tell me where they're at, and I like that process. What have you done? Are you proud of what you achieved in the first 6 months? And I think we all need to ask ourselves this big question, Chudders. This big question is, could we have achieved more in the first 6 months of the year if we pushed ourselves just 10% more? For me, the answer is definitely yes, and I think we need to remind ourselves, what could we have done? That just 10% more is where the level of greatness gets. See, if you can increase your turnover by 10%, what would that do to your profitability of your business? If you could, improve your accountability by 10%, if you could improve your time efficiency by 10%, 10% is a magic little number for getting great big 100% improvement results. Let's go. Now, I think there is always system improvements in your business, and we're going to be spending a lot of time on that over the course of a couple of days. But I'd really like us to spend 10-15 minutes now. We're going to come round. I'd like you to write down these things, all of these things, and think, right, I want to make a 10% improvement on all of these things by the end of the year, or I'm not going to make Christmas Day. That's how I really want you to think in your head. My family will celebrate without me. And I think and Donna, I really want to, your testimonial that you said, you make it sound so simple, because it is very achievable. I'm not saying to you all, increase your turnover by 100%. I'm not saying to you, reduce your labour by 100%. I'm just asking for 10 measly percent. 10 measly little percent. This guy is a multi-millionaire running one of the biggest companies in the world. If I wanted to, write a cheque to have some consultancy done, it cost me $1 million probably to have him for a couple of hours. This cost me £1.60 on Amazon. I didn't know that on Amazon you could buy books, second-hand books. I thought I'd give it a whirl. It came through, it looked fabulous, and I'm just thinking Mark would never do that, but I'm very keen on this £1.60 investment. So rather than paying $1 million to have his time for a couple of hours, for £1.60 and some of my time, can't you just read 30 pages a night before you go to bed? That is, if I said to you, if you don't read 30 pages a night before you go to bed, you're going to die on Christmas Day, you'd all do it, wouldn't you? And it's a real no time, and I get so much good stuff from this stuff. So 10% more on education. In my first half year, I have not done enough reading books, watching YouTube videos, and listening to enough podcasts. But I can also guarantee I do more than most. I do a lot more than most. So if you spent 10% more of your time, just 10% on educating yourself with the right stuff, spending £1.60 to write a book like that, fantastic. 10% more time efficiency. Who thinks they work at 80% of their potential? I do not. I think I work at 40% of my potential at the top end, and I think that's good. I think most people work at 25% of their potential. I think, and that's high. It's a horrible thing to be questioned about. What about if you could increase your margin in your business by 10%? I think it's just so say like for us, we sell I'm thinking in our business, Ian and Carol, we go, right, we're selling a coffee for £2.30, let's sell it for £2.60. Like, okay, brilliant. Let's increase that margin. Or I don't know, you know, kids meals or whatever it is. Nicky, can you increase your margin in everything you do by 10%? It's not like 100%, like everyone's going clown cuckoo land. Could you reduce your labour by 10% in your business? If you had to. Could you reduce your labour by 10% in business? These are all things that I wish I'd done in the first 6 months of my year that would have had dramatic improvements. I'm just talking 10% stuff, right? Our cost base of our business, could I reduce that by 10%? So my rents, my business rates, my electric, suppliers, I'm trying to think of other things now, HR costs, sorry, you know, those things, my marketing costs, I don't know, maybe I want to spend 10% more on marketing, whatever it might be, yeah? And can I increase my, so I haven't mentioned profit here, you see the word is here, but could I increase my turnover by 10% like I opened? Now, if I can make 10% improvements to my margin, 10% reduction in labour, 10% reduction in cost, increased turnover by 10%, or my profits would be through the roof. Rather than good, they'd be flipping excellent. So guys, we're wrapping up another Backstage Business. Did you like what I did there with my leg chuddlington? I've had a good day today. We've had a good day. We've been doing group coaching, where we've been teaching entrepreneurs and business owners and the great people in the room getting out of the environment to think about the best stuff to do for our business. I can't stress this enough, because I know I said it earlier on the video. Make sure you invest time into getting out of the environment to really give yourself powerful thinking time. It's a smart thing to do, gang. This is Backstage Business. It's the big entrepreneurial show. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye. Gang, thanks for watching the video. Now, if you want to increase your business and entrepreneurial learning, why don't you get your hands on one of my free fabulous magazines packed full of more business advice? All you got to go to is www.free-magazine.co.uk and I'll send it in the post to you for absolutely free. See ya!